Okay, so this is what we found for our tinker box. Oh, another day of a messy homeschool table, but today, hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jillian, and in this video, I'm gonna give you kind of a larger scale look at what our homeschool preschool looks like. So I recently did a homeschool day in the life and kind of showed you the whole routine and schedule. However, that was like really close to Christmas. Our schedule was a little different anyways in that season. And now that we're getting back into the swing of things after New Year, I wanted to show you like what a full week looks like kind of in a more regular rhythm. So I'm gonna open up our curriculum, let you see inside of that, and kind of how we use that to plan and prep what we're going to be doing for the week. And then throughout the week, I will hopefully be sharing little clips with you just of what we actually end up getting done and how we will move forward on to next week. So we do plain preschool as like our main curriculum, and this unit is all about system. This is our second year with the plain preschool curriculum. We did year one last year. This is year two. And I will show you some other things that we've been doing as well. So because this isn't our only thing, I will look at this weekly overview and just kind of take note of like, what are the most important things we want to hit on? Is there anything he already knows? In our reading curriculum we're doing separately, which I'll show you in a minute, we are doing all of the letter names and sounds and reading words and all of that. So like the letters for the week or for this unit are O and F, and he already knows those sounds, so we won't need to spend as much time on those activities. Yesterday we went to the library and got our first read aloud. I think he's gonna really like this one because it shows you all the different simple machines, and there's just a lot of information in here, so we can definitely stretch this over a few days, and I think he will love referring back to it throughout the unit. So we're gonna read this morning. So we're going to introduce it with the coat. It literally tells you like what you can say exactly. So we're going to talk about how the zipper is a system that helps our coat work the way it's supposed to. And then they have us making a tinker box to use for the rest of the week to like experiment with his own system. So I just grabbed this shoe box, and I think I'm going to leave it empty and let him like help me add things to it that he thinks would be good parts to like make his own systems this week. And then because our letters are O and F in this system, and like I said, I'll show you his reading thing in a second that we do, he does already know those sounds and how to use them and all the things. So to review, I pulled out his little memory verse booklet that we've been going through, and I just grabbed one that had O's and F's in it. So we're going to do F is for father, and there's several O's throughout. So he'll be able to color this, and we will memorize it together this week. This is definitely out of order, but we do start with the calendar most days. We will do this when my daughter, who is 2, is like awakened with us as well, because she likes to sing the songs with us and all of that for days of the week and months of the year. So we kind of start with this, then we move on to plain preschool. And then when we're done with those things, we jump into Teach Your Child to Read in 100 Easy Lessons. However, some of the stories are very long. And that is just intimidating to him, and I totally get it. So what we did for this lesson, for example, instead of doing a lesson a day, we did the new letter introduction or the new sound introduction, review the sounds he knows, and then he will sound out all these words. I always use this black paper I'll show you to like cover up. Practice more sounds, and then instead of like showing him the whole story, I'll have it all covered except for a little bit. So the other day we read the first 2 lines. So today we're going to finish the story now that he has like seen the picture and he has a general direction of where we're going with these first 2 lines. And then we will move on probably tomorrow. That will take our reading time today. Tomorrow we'll move on to lesson 44, and the story is much shorter.
Something that I never learned before?
Something we've never learned before. Do you know what it's called? Drum roll, please.
It's called drum roll, please?
No way. It's called systems. Can you say systems? Systems. Small parts work so hard together.
Small parts work so hard together.
Make things work to make things roll.
To make things work, to make things roll.
Where did this come from?
My room.
From your room. I found this lamp in your room, and I'm so excited about it because this lamp is a I have a question. How do we turn it on? What are some of the parts that help it turn on?
Dad, this is the only part.
Okay, it has a switch, but wait. What about this thing?
They go plug it. Oh, yeah.
We plug it in, you're right. I was looking in the closet and I found this. And I thought, is this a system?
That is Luca.
This is Luca's. And is this a system?
That's my toilet. Yes, it is. Like the zipper.
The zipper, you're right. Did you tie a rope to it and pull, pull, pull? Which way would you do it?
Andy picked up his piggy bank and shook out its corns.
Okay, so this is what we found for our tinker box. So we're just gonna let him play with this and experiment and see how many different little combinations he can come up with. He's really excited about this. So we're gonna pause and do this, and then a little later on today, we'll move on to our numbers and our reading lesson. Okay, so a little review of day one, what we actually got done today. So we kind of repacked the tinker box, but he made this airplane with the supplies that we had so far, and so I packed everything back in there, and he was using the box a little bit too, as you can see. So we're going to continue pulling from that this week. We did everything that goes with Monday. And then we also did this bath time popsicle activity. It's kind of just a conversation starter of talking about how the bathtub is a system. We counted parts and talked about what parts make up a bathtub. And so that's all we're gonna do from Plain Preschool today, because we're still gonna do our reading lesson in here. So I thought we might get to our Bible verse, like letter recognition thing, but I think we're gonna actually save this for tomorrow. So stay tuned for day 2. Hi you guys, and happy Wednesday. You just watched what we got done on Monday, and Tuesday some real life stuff happened. So really this ended up being a great week for a week in the homeschool life, because we have had to be really flexible this week with our timing. So yesterday we had a big rain and ended up with a leak in the basement. So we had to have a plumbing company come over and help us sort that out. Thankfully it was not too big of a deal, but naturally it made us rework our day. And I'm like out of breath. I'm feeling every bit of 27 weeks pregnant right now. Whew. Anyways, by the time we got that sorted out and got to sit down and do preschool, it was like 4:15, which I do not remember the last time that we have done it that late in the day. But because things were so wonky, I did not get the camera out at all yesterday. I just took a couple of clips on my phone to keep you up to speed on how we were running with our little weekly plan. So here are the clips from Tuesday.
For helping me.
Of course.
Do you know where we?
January. Yesterday was January 8th. So today is going to be January 9th.
This O. I found this O. Do you want me to find this S?
Yes, there's so many O's. On, off, opposite. But what number is this?
6.
There you go. 1. Yes. 1, 6 together make
16. 14, 14, 15, 16.
Let's see who can roll 16 first. 2-0 again. What'd you get?
2, 0.
20.
20.
3. Yeah, you can sit on my lap.
16.
You got 6.
O. E. A.
You said it super quick.
I had that before.
You want this piece?
The piece. S. Has.
Good. What's the next one?
S. O. So.
So for Tuesday, we're doing Stick and Stone, Best Friends Forever is the read aloud. This one's really cute, and there are some great examples of simple machines throughout. So we're just gonna kind of call them out as we go. And my kids love the first one, so they were excited that there's another Stick and Stone book. And then we did review our O's and F's. So he went through and circled all the O's and F's that he found. We talked about the sounds and what words they were a part of. He started tracing, and as you can see, did not want to finish, and started coloring. So we will work on this as we practice our memory verse this week. He'll finish tracing the letters and finish his coloring, but that's how we talked about our sounds. And then for number sense, we just used one of these LCD tablets to practice the number 16, and he counted all the way up to 16, and we stopped there, and then played a little dice game to find 16. And then we finished with lesson 44. So we finally finished this massive reading story yesterday. So today we did lesson 44, reviewed some sounds. We have made it through these lists, and then we will probably save this story for tomorrow as well, since, like I said, today was just crazy. We also did our calendar today. So, given the day that it was, I am glad that we got those things done. So that's what we got done on Tuesday, and now it is, so the game plan today is to go back to our simple machines read aloud, and kind of finish that up, learn about the other 3 or 4 types of simple machines. We will probably also read Stick and Stone again, just because both of my kids really love that, and we've had some great conversations about the systems and simple machines in those stories. We are going to review the memory verse and talk about O and F again today. So in Playing Preschool right now, like you've seen in the weekly plan, the math and number sense situation is focusing on the teens. So in the last couple weeks, like we started at 11, and now today will be on 17. So yesterday we did some 16 activities. Today we're gonna hit 17. And we have a couple more like around the house systems that we're gonna look around and find. And then end with our reading lesson. And our goal is to finish this week of Playing Preschool in 4 days. So that would put us finishing up tomorrow. So we're gonna see how much we can get done today, and I will catch up with you guys after.
Echo with the roll,
Wait, you do remember it.
And because I know the O's, with the O and big O, I know.
Yeah.
And that reminded me of the song, Big O with the O, On.
Together they'll venture into the unknown. And then you're gonna have to find some simple machines in our own house. So, apple. So let's look at this page. Ready? This page tells us all about what types of simple machines there are. All right, so Luca just found the rest of his simple machine. So found a lever, wheel and axle, found a few more. And that wraps us up with Wednesday. So we read Stick and Stone, talked about the characters and setting. I have a marker on my fingers. As he collected his simple machines, we counted parts. We already did the bath time popsicle earlier this week. We reviewed the O sound, and we read part of simple machines. So we've checked off some boxes. That leaves us tomorrow to talk about 17. There's a scissor bin we get to do, review simple machines, and a little easy activity.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
So another day of a messy homeschool table, but today, not in this order, but we finished lesson, what was this, 43? We finished lesson 44. So we had done these words yesterday. So today we did the review sounds and the story. And that went well. We focused on 17, so we did 17 dots. He made a 17 block tall tower. We counted to 17 on our pop-in. We read a little bit more of simple machines, and we practiced his memory verse. He still was like not about the tracing, which is totally fine, but we talked about those. That is it for our week in our homeschool life. Thank you guys so much for watching. If this was helpful or encouraging to you at all, Please consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing for more homeschool content. That helps me out a ton. If you are a homeschooling family, I would love to hear from you and get connected with you. So drop a comment below and let me know where you're at for the school year. And that's all I got. So I will see you guys in the next one.